Day 11. We have 90 steps today. We got 90 steps, 4 keys, and 6 gems. We're balling. We are balling. Balling. Okay. We know what day it is. So, we should be... Wait, I need to know what time it is. It's 8:10. Okay. 8:10 a.m. So we need to set the time unlock for at least 10. And unfortunately, we're gonna wait. Or I can do 9:30, right? Because it says it has to be at least an hour ahead. So if we started on November 7th, then that means that since today is day 11, that means that it's the 18th, right? And then 9. Oh, it has to be just a round number. Okay. 10 a.m. Let's see if the radiation is the same. People would, unfortunately. Oh yeah, for the clout, 100%. And then like, because of FOMO, other people would do it later, which is kind of dumb, but. Oh, there is more radiation now. Because I think the last time... Let's see, where is it? It was before this. Yeah, before it was 0.06. And now it's 0.11. Holy shit. Where's the radiation coming from? Just look at the Sims 4 and all their packs. Dude, that's insane. That is insane. Like, at least make them cheaper. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Alright. What else can we look at? We can just log into the network, but I don't think there's anything in there for us. So it's 9:20. Let's just get a route going. Let's get a route going, and then we'll come back. So we could do the corridor or the breakfast nook. Let's do the corridor. So tomorrow, we're gonna be going. Ooh. This isn't a dead end us, but fuck it, why not? We haven't unlocked this room yet. Money. It's the 17th. What? But it's day 11. What? Okay, we gotta go down and change that. I feel like this is important. Alright, well, we gotta go change the date. And we'll check the time on the way out. It is 9:35. Day 1 is November 7th. Yeah, so I thought that today being day 11, it would be the 18th. But I'm wrong. Okay. Let's do at 11. Alright. We'll be back. We're gonna go left. I always left. We're gonna go right. I always leave the right side hanging. Let's get another star. We have to get, like, up to 20. I mean, we don't have to, but... The apples are extra delicious today. Alright. Let's do the parlor so we can get some gems. The gems are in the true box. There is only one box in this room. There are 4 boxes in this room. Okay, well... I'm gonna assume it's the black one. Yippee! Alright, we can do the breakfast nook and go down. Nah, we don't want to go down because then that's gonna cut us off again. So we'll do the bedroom. We don't have any dye to, like, re-roll this. Ooh, 5 steps. Let's do the courtyard. We don't have a shovel yet, but it'll give us the opportunity to go left and... Oh, found a shovel. Is there always a shovel in here? I feel like the few times I have spawned this room without having a shovel, there's one in here. Yummy. Let's do the den. No trunk. Ooh, let's do the rumpus room. Let's do the rumpus room so we can see if that guy has another premonition for us. Which room was that where the shovel spawned? In the courtyard. I hope I can roll that like luxury shop room or whatever it's called. All right. Let's see what we get.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see the darkened cloud of ruin, familiar to us both, now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes, resting upon 8 pedestals. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands. 8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7. Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms, there is a letter missing. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Huh? Whoa. What was that about the pictures on the wall? What do you mean? Wait, does this work? Aw. There is a letter, like the pictures on the wall, there is a letter missing. Excuse me? Man, I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. Okay. What time is it? It's not 11 yet. But I do want to make my way outside. I'm gonna wait. Okay, so he said something about 8 red envelopes, 8 pedestals written by 8 different hands. We'll be able to find 7, but like the pictures on the wall, one will be missing. One letter will be missing. So, is that supposed to mean that there's supposed to be 3 pictures in every room? We have. I can't look at these. I mean, we can go back and read them if we respawn the rooms, but one of them was written by our dad. One of them was written by the government? I don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to insinuate it's the government. And then the other one was written by... Fuck, I can't remember. I can't remember. You know what's crazy? Looking at this clock, kids are not taught how to read an analog clock. Isn't that crazy? I was talking to my sister and she doesn't have a clock in her room. She didn't have her phone for a while because it broke and um so I was looking on Amazon and I was like, "Oh, like there's these are some cute clocks, like just like alarm ones that are analog clocks." And she was like, "Oh, I don't know how to read that." And I was like, "Huh? What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, they didn't teach us how to read that. They don't get taught cursive either?" What? That's crazy. I never asked her about that. I just don't understand why they wouldn't teach them how to read an analog clock or fucking clock. Let's go. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I'm aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances. Conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario is entirely plausible. And the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she's still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land, we all dream of the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy and absolved. Courtney. Hmm. Hmm. So Courtney believes that. Okay, sorry, I was writing notes on that. I remember when Destiny 2 released the mission to get the new exotic class items, and one of the puzzles was an analog clock. People pissed and moaned that it was too hard because they didn't understand it. That's insane. 7. This is letter 7. It's like. Oops. I don't know, man. It's. So today, Alex was doing some interviews for a position that he has open at work. And as he was doing these interviews, he had 2 people who were very obviously answering his questions from what was given to them by AI. And he was like, it was so like blatantly obvious because they would look at me as I answered the question and then look over to the side and then just read like as if they were reading off a script. And I was like, that's insane. It's genuinely so scary how dependent people are on AI and not having to think, not having to do anything, not having to use their brain. Like, it's really so crazy. It's honestly very disappointing. It like, you see all of these things about how you see all of these posts about how bad and harmful AI is, especially to our environment. And then when you look at our population, it's because people are so dependent on it. So extremely dependent. It's like, like you hear all this stuff about how there's like these major trust issues in like education, that professors don't trust students and they say that everything is fucking AI. Um and I just I don't know, man. It's honestly just very disappointing. It's very disappointing that we've come to become a population like this. We went from people who like actually put in work to do research, to look for these answers that we needed, to use our brain to think critically, and now everyone is just fucking, they're just not using their brains anymore. And I was telling Alex, okay, this might be a pretty hot take. All right. Let's do, I mean, we can buy all of this, honestly. Let's do that. Fuck it, why not? I'm gonna say it. I highly doubt we're gonna run into that luxury shop room, whatever it is. But knowing my luck, because I said that, now we're gonna run into it. Yeah, it's a young adult series, so it's not gonna be like crazy, like a regular fantasy series. But I think the romance in it is very nice. It does have a little bit of a love triangle in it. The main character is a young black girl who I don't know, I can't really say too much because I don't remember how much you find out in the first book, but it talks a lot about ancestry. It it talks a lot about ancestry and how important it is, especially like in the black community and like all the way back to slavery and stuff like that. Like, it's very, very good and very diverse character wise, which I love. Okay. So letter 6 was written by Herbert to Mary. Okay. We're gonna go kitchen. For every green room in your house. I think we only have one so far. Yeah. I'm gonna wait. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, we got a metal detector. I honestly feel like the metal detector is really only helpful in the hallway that has all the locked doors. Uncrustables are so good. Alright, we have no more gems. Oh. Alright, what's our inventory looking like? Nothing. Keycard system. Low. Unlocked. Okay. Book 2 comes out in May and you can't wait. That's exciting. Well, the boiler room is not here, so we got nothing for that. Bro. Let's do the storeroom so we can get a gem. Oh yeah, we never figured out what the safe code was for. We're just gonna do the hallway. I'm saving this gem for the garage. Fuck. Did we lose our chance to spawn the garage? So, the rumpus room is the only room we have that can keep going north. Yikes. Ooh. Let's do the morning room. We got a lucky foot. Dig spot. So, fuck. The courtyard is like really the only way that we can keep going. Alright. Turnip. Holy keys. We have 12 keys. Bro. Give me some... I could have done the boudoir to get dye, but then, like, I wouldn't have been able to really use it. Except for, like, the 2 spaces to the top of the entrance hall. Please have gems in this trunk. More money. A chapel. Whatever. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms. Oh, let's go. Oh, that's peak. Love that. Garage. Please be a garage. Fuck. Alright, we are protected here. Okay, chat. Please, somebody spawn the garage for me. Please. I need to drive this goddamn car. I gotta drive this goddamn car. You know what? I just realized I might not be able to. Unless I spawn a breaker room. And I only have these 2 spots up here to be able to do that. It's not? Fuck. Thank you for checking. Oh, look, the breaker room. Alright, I know we won't be able to see, but... Alright, which one, chat? Left, middle, or right? Actually, no, I don't want to use my gem right now. Bunk room. Damn it. Okay. We only have one more chance to spawn it, and I don't think we're going to. I mean, we definitely can't now because it'd have to be in this next one that it can lead us upward. Ooh, billiard room. Ah, but it went back down. Alright. Minus 410. Wait a minute. No. 2 times 5 is 10. 14 minus 4 is 10 times 5. No, divided by 5 is 2. Purple is divide. 6 minus 1 is 5. Times 3 is 15. Divided by 5 is 3. Let's go. A key card! We have nothing to use it on, but let's go! Alright. Let me just double check. There really is, yeah. So we just gotta go into the entrance hall and see what we could spawn. Coupon book. Oh, here we go. I don't understand how that room works, but... Alright. Oh, this is the bird in the storeroom. Alright, we have. I don't think that these matter. I think that the reason that it shows us this. Wait, Detective Bon Margle. Who the fuck is that? I think the reason that it shows us this is because of the date, but the detective name is pretty interesting. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. There is not a dare I would not do. There is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky is less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That's what they say when looking at me. You are not seabird. You are not swim bird. If you are friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends? For they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams and the sea, and wonder why daring feels just like defeat. Damn. That is so sad. What kind of fucking book writer is she? This is supposed to be for kids. Okay, hold on. I wrote down something about it, but can't find it. Okay. We are out of routes. That book is you as a child. That makes me sad. We're out of routes. No key card doors. No garage. Yeah, I'm kind of sad. Kind of sad we're ending the day like this, but it's alright.